us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Warhawks return team will have that offense backed up. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. It just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
A first down for the offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one. Guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his guy. Come on, man, take care of your running back.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused on this running back in this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And they'll spot it at the 38. For the first down. The Warhawks headed quickly to the line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in the field. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
This offense set up with a 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Warhawks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Warhawks! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Florida Gators offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. Quick tempo here for the offense.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third.
The expressway is wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll go with a direct snap. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Shoots it to the left. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. And he's going to go out of bounds short of the line to gain.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got the quick completion. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball. And, David, I know there's a part of you that wonders what if had you played tight end. You and I have been out in the field pregame before. We've been spinning it around with your athleticism. I know you wonder what it would have been like to go make plays like that.
I tell you what, I do wonder what if now, Jesse, because now you can't hit these guys. Like, you're not allowed to hit them high, all the targeting. Like, if you're a big body guy with good hands, you can go make a lot of money. Might have been a little bit safer, might not have got hurt. So, yeah, it might not have been that bad of a living.
He wants to throw, trying to get to it, feeling some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was really nice pressure. Ideally, you want to get him on the ground. Nice job by the quarterback staying alive, keeping the play alive, but it still ends in an incompletion. Nice pressure by the defense.
They'll run it from the gun. Nice move to keep moving.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing his pass.
The Warhawks have taken it inside the 20. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They're not into 3s. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. He'll try to throw throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Now improvising. He's going to take off. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The inside handoff. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and stripe time. But 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits of dollar, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
That's how you have a short memory. That's how you forget about the big play that just happened, and you line up in your stance and you respond. Great job by the defense, lining up, getting after the quarterback, even after they made a big play.
Tripped up for the tackle.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
Direct snap. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Louisiana Monroe has the edge. We played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're going to ride this running back. Just steamrolling the defense. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Daniels. And the runner is down, and so is the flag.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
This offense has a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Using the quick game. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. The pull and throw off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker in the ground.
Off the play fake. Dances away to buy time. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Snap it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida. The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. ULM has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It's a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3. The defense calls the timeout. They are 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. The give to the back. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it, back time to hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Got it behind the line. It's Cole. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Oh, how did you make that move? He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Warhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Cole. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
They get suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Unloads it left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose. The third down is coming.
Perfect timing. Got there right with the ball. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man
the kickoff unit ready to go. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw. It's Lagway. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. They keep attacking through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Going over the top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Gators send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into a half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
And back to the air on second down. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now. You expect them to make those plays for you, make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates.
Fires toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. He sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit.
They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll use a timeout right before up like a rocket. Tell the blimp guys to look out. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the chance to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Warhawks will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin it the other side. This offense is really bad.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Gator! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
ULM Monroe has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a run.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
After struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. The Gators sending the offense back to work. How about that last drive? Just hugged him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Direct snap. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Quarterback checking the play. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
There's 11 guys on offense there, locked in and playing together. That was a critical 4th down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing, and now they get to stay on the field.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to more with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
He'll do it himself. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run.
It's a nice job by this defense to understand this. And that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. And he's going to run the football into the outlet. Got that something.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. He's got his man. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Warhawks will call on their punt team. See if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A high kick trying to pen them deep. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Snap it to the back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Handoff to the single running back. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They'll go with a direct snap. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Daniels. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. They get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive. And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Let's it fly. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Floats it out in space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Working that left side now. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he'll let it fly. Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, ULM Monroe. Lining up for the PAT. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
He'll try it again on second and 10. He's got him this time. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Warhawks want to crank the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down line. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. The snap sets up the throw. He's got it on the run. And there were no creases or crevices to run
Personal
through,
foul.
and they shove him out of
Unnecessary
bounds.
roughness. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Warhawks trying to cash it in on first and goal.
Get set, get set.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Warhawks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
He was off to the races after the catch, and they finally dragged him down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. We have arrived at the 2-minute second down. Let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Dances away from the heat. On the move, he fires. Just masterful working down sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down, lead the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. Direct snap. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quick pass on the fly motion. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Touchdown, Florida! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Northwestern was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Darnell Autry and company delivered in that magical 10-win season of 1995. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You can tell the clock went off and he was throwing that puppy.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And all the hard work and commitment pays off, getting their first win of the season. Really impressed how they came out. After starting the season 0-2, they knew this was going to be a physical game, and they came ready to go on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
ULM has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, Dave, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, You know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on. Maybe you're talking about.
Reacted well to the tip adjustment. He squeezed the football instead of the turnover. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it. Couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Warhawks will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower. Putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play.